treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ ATS Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Here we go. Happy Friday. Welcome to the KVJ Show. A big old weekend. Hopefully you guys have some exciting plans going on this weekend.
Oh, yeah, I do.
You do? Okay. What's your big plans this weekend?
Me and Denny's working on a KVJ song together.
Nice. Okay.
I am getting all my tax bullshit finally done. I think I found someone that's going to fix this issue of mine.
Nice.
So got a lot going on this weekend.
Because they owe you money.
They do.
I mean, I'd be beating their door down.
Well, the door, some drunk woman at my party the other night was on my ass about my taxes.
Yeah, I heard, yeah.
I fucking listened to the drunkard.
She sounds like a wise drunk. You should probably listen to her more often.
And if you didn't hear that story, I am talking about Virginia.
They owe you thousands, bruh.
Dog, I know.
That's party money.
Money in the bank, dog.
Mm-hmm. You got anything big this weekend, Virginia?
Yes, I am celebrating my girlfriend Franny's birthday. Now, it passed last week, but we weren't able to get together because she was out of town.
Where are you celebrating?
We are going to the Breakers.
So you'll be in town.
I'll be in town.
You'll be at her house.
Be afraid.
Oh, fuck.
Coming for you.
Yeah, they're doing the craft beer week at HMF there.
Well, I will be partaking with a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We are going to have a lovely, lovely lunch that probably will turn into debauchery.
Okay, so now I know not to answer Virginia's text messages.
They're coming your way, yeah.
You can try, but you can't hide. I'll come over the fence.
If Virginia calls me on a weekday, or I'm sorry, on a weekend, she's hammered. She doesn't ever call. When does she ever call your phone? Never.
Yeah,
it's always text.
If I'm sober, I text you. If I'm drunk, I call you because I want you to know I'm coming in hot.
And the thing that's the most alarming, if you're not drinking and you're sober and she's that fucked up, you sigh. You go, oh, man, I gotta prepare.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you right now. So the lunch is noon at the Breakers. So I would expect to see me at your place right around 5:30 p. So that means you should start drinking around 3:30 p. So you can be on my level when I arrive.
She's like the big bad wolf. I have hurricane windows, but she'll huff and puff and blow those fuckers down. I tell you what,
she'll find a way in.
Category 6 over here.
Good luck.
I'm not afraid of your fence. Just know, even if you have all the doors locked, I will get in.
Nobody's afraid of my fence.
Your fence. A dog ate part of your fence last week and laughed at you.
Laugh? Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Weak-ass fence?
Weak-ass fence.
Weak-ass fence.
We're working on that too, Kevin.
Okay. All right. Well, we were talking a little bit about in a couple of weeks, it's going to be Memorial Day, people road tripping, and great places to pop off and to go if you're going to be road tripping out of the state of Florida. We usually head 95 north, and so for us, we've done that where we'll stop. Daytona Beach has got a cool little place. That's just if you're coming from West Palm around that area, it's just like 2.5 hours. So that's typically a really good spot to pop. In fact, if you take 95, to me, I would say it's Daytona Beach for stop 1, and then it is Jacksonville for stop 2. So that's pretty much how I would do it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're taking I-95. Now, if you're taking the Turnpike, Orlando's only like 2.5 hours, and that's a pretty good fair jump. You can pretty much get to Orlando, and there's a whole bunch of good places there.
I was kind of shocked how quick the Peace River was from West Palm. It only was 2.5 hours away. It did not take long at all to get out there.
Really?
Peace
Okay.
River, not so peaceful.
The most unpeaceful river ever. But I thought all that was in the same area, but it's not. That's a little bit more west.
Yeah, that's Arcadia. You're kind of heading in the direction of Sarasota. Going over that way. So, yeah, it's a little bit more of a straight shot west.
Wow, it's that west, huh?
Yeah,
Fuck.
it is, because, you're going through Okeechobee, and you're heading pretty much straight west, whereas if you go to Orlando, you're heading more kind of a north with a slight west.
For some reason, when someone blindfolds you and puts you in a car, you have a tough time figuring out what is what.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you're going pretty much straight shot west to get to where you were in Arcadia. But, yeah, if you go up 75... and going across, you got Naples, you've got Fort Myers, and you got Sarasota, and then you hit the St. Pete Clearwater area. And then if you kind of swing back up around, Gainesville's got some good spots too. So, you can kind of head that way too if you're getting up there. So that to me would be the great places to stop. And so Florida's got it. If you're heading out of here in a couple of weeks, good thing for you to do. I think next weekend the Queen are going to go up to around the Disney area. Disney Springs, and check that out.
Nice.
Yeah, hit up Lakeland. So.
It doesn't look good for Ralston getting laid. It sounds like a family trip. Orlando.
Yeah, is your baggage, a.k.a. kid, going?
I'm not sure what we're doing.
Yeah, if the kid's going, he is not getting
over.
I think right now he may not, so you never know.
Whoa!
He may not, yeah.
Kevin's going to get the big O and big O.
Yeah. And if I don't, I'll just tug it.
Either way, he's getting one.
Oh, either way, we're going to see Ralston's O-face.
Kim, this is going to happen. Either you can join the party or you can watch.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know if you want to watch that either.
Well,
And
then you
just
better join in.
Take it out and start going to town.
That's going to be my new thing. You got two options here.
Either join it or watch.
Yeah. Because it's happening. It's happening. Let me see here. Got a couple of emails. One, you were talking about doing a mural on your house, and this is kind of cool. Amy had sent this in. She had painted this on her house, the garage door in Sebastian. It's got a lot of Easter eggs hidden in it. And it's got a bird vibe to it because you can see the aliens that she's painted on that.
That's exactly what I'm going for. I love it. I think it's great.
Wow, that's cool.
That's the kind of exact vibe I'm going for. I love it.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's goofy. It's weird.
Some good stuff there.
Everything I love.
Okay.
Did you say she did that or she had someone do that?
I believe she did that. It looks like she's got a drop cloth and paint out, and she's standing by it. So it all seems like that would be of
Yeah, but
her
I did that
abilities.
too. I stood by some of the chalk art with a piece of chalk at the Lake Worth Street
Oh, yeah.
Chalk Art Festival.
Smart.
Make it look
Yeah.
like I just did that. Like,
Yeah, I can go over to the Harley motorcycle shop and stand by a motorcycle. Look at my sweet hog.
pictures can be faked, Kevin.
Sure, that's true.
I love
That's
what she
true.
did. That was great.
I got an email here wanting to know, hey, love the regular show, of course, and the ATS podcast. Just curious, what was the main reason the ATS started? Also, when exactly did it start? Just to let you know, it started for two reasons. One, when we started WRMF, starting at 9 a.m. and their regular audience, they really got a steady dose of music. So, there was a lot of that. So we kind of figured a transition is, hey, we were a little bit more of a turbulent show than what had been in here before. And so we didn't want to piss everybody off. So we started off with a little bit more music, but our diehards, we didn't want to cheat on content. So we figured, hey, doing an extra 30 minutes will provide you with extra stuff you can listen to through the course of the day. So that was part of the motivation. And then the other one was I got to credit our old producer, Heather, where she was sitting down one day and just made the comment. She's like, you guys are actually funnier off the air than you are on because you guys are free and relaxed and you can say whatever you want to say. You filthy bastards are pretty entertaining that way. And so it just seemed to make sense because it was more of our natural element to be able to say what we want to say and not have to think about anything because you always do have to have that governor on when you're on the regular show to hold back and, not say some certain things. So we wanted people to get a taste of what it was like just sitting around, and that would be it. We used to always have brainstorming meetings. We just sit around and just shoot the shit for like 30 minutes. She's like, this is what you should record. And so really I got to credit her, I think, with kind of the seedling idea for that. So that would be what I say from my recollection. That was 2014 we started that. That would have been in tail end of July of 2014, I believe.
It's my favorite thing we do is the podcast. I love doing the podcast.
It's just more loose.
That's fun. You can say whatever you want.
Kevin's allowed to drink on it.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, that is.
You want a little nip?
Do we have a clean glass and a little tequila? If we do, I'd have a little bit.
We have both of those.
Okay.
Do you have enough for the crew?
Fuck yeah.
And can you take me home?
Yes, and yes.
I love it.
Okay.
I'm stopping to see Joe Ponton. You want to come?
Oh, Joe.
Sure.
All right, sweet.
I got work to do still,
All right.
so probably no.
Let me see. Other stuff that we got here. Just to kind of let you know. Boy, I am really kind of impressed. I don't know much about Lenora's. And it's been around for a while. The first one opened in Lake Worth in 1974. And I guess they must be doing well because my father-in-law, he does inspections and things like that. And he does them on Palm Beach. And I think he knows the owner. I think it's a father that started it, and then like his son has really taken it over, and it's kind of fascinating. I think that's what it is. I don't know much about it, like I said.
It's odd because I hear people of word of mouth with Lenora's, and I kept hearing Lenora's, and I thought it was new, and it's not new. And then I see signs everywhere, so they're doing a great job of advertising.
They're expanding.
Yeah, the word of mouth is out there.
Well, maybe people can help me out. I don't know because my father-in-law says that he knows the Lenora's guy, and he lives on Palm Beach, so he must be doing well.
Yeah.
To have a house over there. But then I had seen an article about, they are expanding. And I think a big part of it that's happened, they just become very cool and hip here lately. They opened up on Clematis Street in downtown West Palm in 2013. And that seems to be where they really started to take off because down there they had the brunch going on. We went down there for it one time. I think my daughter, she celebrated one of her birthdays there. And so, we picked up the bill for that, and she had some friends, and they would bring in a DJ, and people would be spilling out onto the street, and it was packed in there. It was crazy. And then they opened up the location in Tequesta in 2016. And then
They've got Dixie Highway, too. They got that like a market in there.
Yeah, they've got what that is. That's a second West Palm location there. It's kind of a fast casual Lenora's Kitchen. That opened in 2017. So, they went 1974 is the original, and then from 2013 now, they are cranking. In 2019, they opened up their location in Alton Plaza in Palm Beach Gardens, and that was huge. And now Lenora's is going to be opening up in the Uptown Boca Village sometime around September, and then they're opening up one in Fort Lauderdale in River Market Shopping Center in the Bal Harbor neighborhood around November. It's the former place where they had the French bakery, La Boulangerie.
Gosh, that's nice how you do that.
La Boulangerie.
La Boulangerie.
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 Yeah, so they are really jamming. There's a couple places that I think it's that Sunday brunch has become such a big thing in South Florida and maybe everywhere, but I think we got the weather. It's great to be out on a Sunday. We also have a lot of people in the service industry. So, you don't have to work on Monday, so people get like highly plowed, but your Louis Bossi is doing very well. I know their Fort Lauderdale and Boca locations do great for brunch. And so if you've got that brunch kind of thing, there's a lot of places that really try to sell that.
Brunches where people get plowed and then after they get plowed.
Yeah. Yeah, so it is a big thing. I saw there's a bunch of brunches going on this weekend.
Do you want a little Braveheart speech?
Before you do your shot? Yeah, give it to us.
Well, I was hoping you give it to her. You poured it. I'd love for you to give us a little speech.
It's Friday. We had a great ratings book. We're celebrating happiness and love and the end of the pandemic because if you're vaccinated, you can have no masks now. That's awesome. Let's drink.
Okay.
What do you give that as a grade for her Braveheart speech?
C-.
It's tough because she had her hand on her clicker of her computer the entire time. I think she's paying a bill.
Yeah,
I'm looking up Lenora's location.
It was better than your thought, but not by much.
My thought was, fuck.
Your thought was terrible.
All right, don't be so fucking mean, Sadiki.
I was looking up Lenora's location.
I know, I'm kidding. I'm busting
Yeah, I
tits
think I
over
gave you
here.
all of them.
This dick over here.
I mean, if we talk any more about Lenora's, I mean, it's a commercial at that point.
I know, they're not paying us, so let's move on.
We do that a lot, though. So
We do.
Yeah.
We're not the best business people.
Yeah, so that'll be something to check out.
Do they have good pizza? Does anybody know?
I was just looking on the website, and their pizza looks fantastic.
Yeah, my son loves it. So my younger son, yeah.
Okay.
Cannon is a big fan of Lenora's, the pizza. In fact, we go to the one that they got on Dixie, the little fast.
The market.
thing. Yeah, my wife was going there a good bit, and he would get pizza there every time he went.
That spot is adorable. I am obsessed with the look of that spot on Dixie. It's very retro. It's very comfortable. It's very cute. There's outside dining.
It was an old gas station.
I love that look.
Yeah, it's they did a really good job with it. It is nice, and so that's why I don't know. It'd be interesting, but like I said, when I read the article they had about the openings here, it looked like a younger dude. So I'm assuming it's the son that's kind of taken what the dad opened in 1974 and said, hey, here's what we're going to do.
I mean, what a great idea architecturally. Keep the look of the old gas station, but make it new and trendy and consumer friendly. It's so easy to walk up there.
I went to school with a girl named Lenora. Is this fucking thing on? Oh my god!
And
I don't know. I thought it was cool. We're talking Lenora.
Drink.
Oh shit! I don't have my drink. I'm dry, bartender. I'm dry.
All right, let me give you some of this Espolòn Tequila Blanco.
You're really getting me fucked up, aren't you?
Yeah, why not?
why not?
Yeah,
Why
I'll
not?
drive you.
Okay.
I'll drive you crazy.
I did see this, which was positive. It said having one alcoholic drink a day can reduce the risk of dying from a major cardiovascular event by up to 20%.
Wow.
Okay, so the heart's doing good.
It's kind of a health food.
Yeah, well, I think it has to do with stress and when you're tense. And that's one of the reasons I have a drink every day. It's very rare that I do not have a drink in a day. And a big part of it, it's just really kind of part of my wellness plan, because if I notice that I'm a little clanked or just stressed and just I feel tight, you get it in your chest and it's almost like a little bit of mixture of anxiety. I will do a drink. It'll loosen me up, and I'm like, okay, I feel like the blood's flowing. I feel a little bit better. I'm more relaxed.
There have been times in my life, everybody has stress, everyone has anxiety, everyone goes through stuff. But when you're really legit going through something and you can feel stress in different areas of your body and it feels bigger and heavier, yeah, a drink can make you feel a little bit better.
Well, after the show, there's no way around it, because I got so much shit that's going on, and you can hear even today. I had a bad day on the board. Things are misfiring, shit's going on. You have to be so like that way,
focused,
for
intense.
5 hours. Yeah, so to hold that kind of focus for 5 hours, at the end, you're just like, yeah, you're
a drink.
Tequila, please.
Right. So, yeah, I pretty much go home every day, and it's like, okay, because I feel that. I'm like, okay. And trust me, I've tried breathing exercises and all that. I'm like, nope, still locked up. Have a drink. I'm like, okay, I'm relaxed. I'm good.
People will email me, you drink a lot. You drink a lot on the show. You talk about drinking. You drink a lot, Jay Bird. And I always reply, I know.
I know. I'm drunk now.
I know, motherfucker. I get it.
Well, there's even lists. There are certain professions where people drink more. And I think that if you have gone through a period of high stress, high focus in your job, and I know I've had jobs too that were just lackadaisical the whole damn day. I didn't really, if I drank, it's not because I needed one, it's just because I was a lush. But there are some jobs that I have seen that when you go through that, air traffic controllers. I remember, man, what an eye-opening thing it was when I worked promotions and we would do a happy hour right off of Wall Street. They had a place called Houlihan's. It was there. And my gosh, when we do a Friday happy hour there and they would let out a Wall Street and those stock traders that would come in, holy crap, they were that's the first time I've seen people in a bar just openly doing blow. Like they didn't give a shit. They came in, they were doing shots, doing
because
blow.
Their
it
whole
was
day
crazy.
is like cranked to a
Right.
level
Yeah.
10 stress.
That's nothing to them.
So like what we do is nothing compared to what they do. I mean, they lose millions by just, a bad decision of putting money here or there.
Breaking out some cocaine in front of people, to them, that's so elementary. They're like, fuck you, who gives a shit?
Do you know what I've been through?
I just sold $1 billion something.
Yeah, it's crazy to see. So yeah, there are definitely some professions that I think because of the nature of your job and your day that you will likely pound the booze more because, I mean, hey, just physiologically, it does work. It does loosen you up.
Oh, no, it definitely works just on an anxiety level. I cannot walk in front of a large building sober. I struggle. It's really tough for me. Right now, after those 2 drinks, I'm relaxed. I could walk there. I could do it and be relaxed. It's weird.
Let's take this thing out on the balcony.
We're not allowed.
Hey, we're locked. Yeah, the door's locked.
I'm ready to do balcony bits.
I can pick that lock.
You've been saying that shit for so long.
I'll get a guy here in 10 minutes.
Sinicki does a lot of talking.
Yeah, we still haven't seen it, have we?
Not a lot of walking. She knows how to kill sudden death. But I don't know if she knows how to open up the balcony.
Talking about losing a lot of money fast, you see Elon Musk has lost $20 billion since hosting Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, from what people are saying that are on the inside of this Dogecoin, which my girlfriend bought Dogecoin, she was up a whole bunch. Now she's not up quite as much, but you're talking tens of thousands of dollars that she's like up and down. And she said everybody in the Dogecoin universe was hoping that Elon Musk was going to go on Saturday Night Live and really pump it the way he had been in the past and really get that value of it up by whatever he was supposed to say that he did not say.
But he doesn't dictate what's said on SNL. That's what I don't understand. What were people expecting him to do?
Well, he did a monologue.
But they wrote that for him. Musk isn't out there writing his own jokes. They sat down. They help him do all that stuff. So to really go to Saturday Night Live to think you're going to get him talking great about good or bad, how can
he talked about it?
I know, but
they wanted more. They wanted it to be like a Dogecoin commercial that would send the value sky high, so they would all have made tens of thousands of dollars on their investment.
The headline I saw in the story, it says, but it wasn't apparently because of anything he did on the show.
He didn't talk smack about it, although he did call it like a hustle, but he didn't do what everybody expected him to, which was to raise the value of it.
Okay.
What that means, nobody shall know.
I mean, I get it.
You know what I mean.
Drink!
I don't have dry, bartender.
Every time you say something stupid, you gotta drink.
I want another drink, but I don't want the insults. I'm torn.
It's drink with a side of insults. They come together.
You have any great? What's that one bar or that one restaurant you go to order a burger and the waitress comes up? You lip dick motherfucker.
Coyote Ugly.
No. It's a different one.
It's Dick's Last Resort.
Dick's Last Resort.
That's one of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they come up and they insult you.
Dog, I know about Coyote Ugly.
I worked at Coyote Ugly in the East Village in New York City, the original one. I worked there for one night.
I ain't talking about Coyote Ugly. I know about Coyote Ugly.
I wasn't good at it.
I know about the movie. I know about Jersey, the girl who was in the movie. Trust me, the chat room knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, somebody said my son is an engineer at a very big company here in Palm Beach County, and he has to smoke a bowl every day as soon as he gets home. It's so stressful.
Wow.
I get it. Yeah.
Just a bowl?
Well, and the thing, yeah, well, that's what he says, smoking a bowl. But the thing that I would say is, honestly, I think what they're starting to find out and what that little thing is that I gave you there is that I do study that, like the tension, the anxiety.
It causes cell damage.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely. Yeah, and it's kind of like that IV therapy stuff that I do, the inflammation, it all kind of ties together and it's just bad. So to me, like I said, I would dial in a drink a day as kind of just a health and wellness thing, that if you're feeling that moment of anxiety or tension, if you're like that, have a little alcohol. Get so you're cool and chill and your body's not clanking up.
I love it.
It's a bad place to be.
Never mind.
You loading up for another one?
Well, a good buzz, a couple beers or a drink, and then a nice little joint. That's a good buzz right there.
Yeah, but then the numbers do go down exponentially as you go to the tipping point. There's that sweet spot. Then after you go over, then
We all got different. I know my sweet spot, and I know my my dipping off point.
I think they take you up to a drink or two, and then after 2 drinks, they're like, yeah, no, then your chances for cancer and all that kind of stuff greatly increase.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fucked. Yeah.
Yeah. This sounds like something that might be maybe more for the weird and whatever, but I really kind of want to hear this because it is a common friend. Virginia was telling about how she went to the former store of a friend of ours that we had known pretty much since we got to town 22 years ago. She sadly passed a while ago. Virginia and I had gone to her funeral, and you still went to the store that she had owned before she passed. And now her ex and son are there, and you went there, and you said that you felt her presence.
Yeah, so it's not her ex-husband that you know. It's a different guy, an ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
That I don't know if you know him.
I may not.
I didn't know him.
Okay.
So basically, our friend died, and she and her now ex-husband had a frame shop. See that picture right there? That was from her. She gave us that. She framed that. She wanted us to have that. Everything in my house is framed by her.
Yeah, mine too.
We were very, very close to her. At one point, I lived right down the street from her. And so I was always over there. When our kids were little, I was at her house a lot. Mm-hmm. But then I moved out of that neighborhood. I didn't see her as much. And then right before she died, she and her husband had separated. She had a couple of different boyfriends that I never even got to meet. I mean, I would talk to her maybe once every 6 months, but we just kind of, moved away from each other.
It happens.
Geographically, we weren't right there anymore.
People drift.
Right. It happens. So anyway, sadly, she had an ulcer that she was not taking care of and not taking care of herself. And she ended up bleeding to death and died. And it was really tragic for us. It was really hard for me to get past. It was in that string when I kind of lost my mind for a little bit. I lost 3 friends in a row, and she was one of them. In the matter of 3 months.
Can I have another drink? Yeah. Now I'm depressing drinking. I was doing party drinking, but now I'm drinking because I'm fucking sad.
That's what happened when you turned the floor over to Virginia.
Oh my God. Shit, I thought I was going to
get this heavy.
I was going to get some.
Well, I'm telling you the backstory.
I love it, Mom. May I please have another drink? Because this is depressing as fuck.
All right, I'll move on.
No, do not move on. I'm loving it.
Anyway, so after she passed away, it was really weird, but her child, her oldest child, and her boyfriend that she had been dating right before the boyfriend she had when she died. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that boyfriend and her oldest child decided to keep the frame shop going and to keep the business going. And so they did, and they have, and they've been operating it and struggling through a pandemic. As you can imagine, framing is not a real high priority when you're going through a global pandemic. And so I gave them a picture that I wanted to have blown up and framed, and I wanted to give a few of them to my family members as gifts. And I went to go pick them up yesterday, and I was just overwhelmed by her presence. I could just feel her. And every time I'm there with this guy, we talk about her, and he really misses her. And he was saying how it's been 2 years to the day almost since she passed away, and how much he's struggling with it. But he's living now with her oldest son and her middle son. They're all roommates, and it gives him comfort because he feels close to her. And when I was there in the store, I just overwhelmingly felt her there. And then when I went out to the car, we lifted my back lift gate to open the back trunk of my SUV and put the pictures in and then close it. And then all day yesterday, this never happens, my lift gate kept opening on my SUV on its own. That never has happened to my car. It kept opening, and I kept thinking, is this my friend Siobhan, like, talking to me and saying that she's here? And like,
well, when you say the presence, describe that. You said you felt her presence. What does that mean? Was it a smell, an aura?
It was an
what
aura.
Is that sensation?
A feeling.
It was like a comfortable feeling, and it was just like I can't describe like how she was as a friend. I just adored her, and I felt very comfortable around her, and she was always such a people pleaser that she went out of her way to make everybody, including me, around her very happy all the time. And I think, to her detriment, she was so much of a people pleaser that she ended up not getting taken care of herself because she was so busy taking care of everybody else. But I had that feeling of like her love and her all around me.
Okay.
Is that weird?
It happens.
Talk to Jaybird. He's the expert here at the Weird and Whatever.
So anyway, I go home, my lift gate opens on my SUV. Again, I did not open it. This morning, I'm coming into work. I lock my car like I always do, and I hit the lock button. I didn't hit any other button, and my lift gate opens.
There's going to be people who hear that story, and some people are going to hear hope. They're going to love it. Some people are going to think it's coincidence. Virginia, you're talking out of your...
You got a short in your trunk.
But it never happened.
But it doesn't matter, because for you, it was a great personal experience. We're never going to know the answer if it was your friend or not. But
True.
Your heart and your spirit says it was. So fuck the naysayers and hold on to that. I honestly think a lot of times we're on autopilot and we don't look at a lot of signs or symbols that are being thrown at us because we're busy about this or that. I like the story.
Yeah.
I think it's great. Hold on to that.
I believe in that. I think that there are always signs, and if you think about somebody and you miss them, I think you can actually like channel them into your life and feel their presence and get comfort from that.
It's kind of like the whole half full, half empty. It's really what you kind of, you had an experience, you think it was something, hold on to it. Someone else, like a metal beard dick who's calling you out, saying, Virginia, it's coincidence.
I was telling him this, her ex-boyfriend, I was saying she would be very happy to see what all of you guys are doing, keeping her business going, working together, now living together as roommates, supporting each other, like leaning on each other. And it's all because of her that brought all of you together. I'm like, I'm sure she is happy about that.
Yeah.
And smiling down.
Okay.
And you wonder, too, is all that spiritual stuff, is it where you have to kind of have a conscious mind, a conscious thought of, all right, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to possibly look for signs, not looking for signs and things that you're forcing it, but just be a little bit more aware, not being so on autopilot. I'm very guilty of being on autopilot. I'll go through months where I just, for whatever reason, man, spiritually, I am on autopilot, and something's got to slap me in the face like a trout to wake me up a bit.
Like a 10-pound sausage.
Like a 10-pound sausage.
I can get a trout and a sausage and smack the shit out of you.
Well, we're getting that 10-pound piece of meat for Monday. Okay. Whether we do anything with it, it'll be here as a prop.
Okay. Somebody will do something with it.
Exactly.
Or put it somewhere.
Just bring it on. Just bring it something. Somewhere will happen with it.
Yeah. That's kind of interesting. So it's your latch that's popping open, huh?
Yeah, and it never used to do that. All of a sudden, it's just opening on its own.
Can you talk to these spirits and say, hey, could you send me another sign like leave $1 or something like that?
Well, that's what the naysayers will say. Why are these spirits always so fucking weird and cryptic?
Yeah, here's a great sign. Leave me money.
Yeah. How come they're not more literal?
Yeah.
If they're your loved ones, that's what that's what your metal beard dicks will say.
That's what I want. I got a couple of positive thoughts to wrap us up here on a Friday. One, Governor DeSantis did sign that bill yesterday that allows restaurants to continue selling to-go alcohol. The new law takes effect on July 1st, so that is a new reality. So if you like that to-go booze from the pandemic.
I do. Go Cup.
It is. Go Cups are going to be all over the place. So that's good news.
This is amazing.
And this is an odd day to celebrate. I don't know, but it could be fun, especially if you've been throwing back a couple of shots. Today is National Dance Like a Chicken Day.
I saw that. I thought we got to do something with this, right?
Dance like a chicken. You dance like a chicken, like the chicken dance. Yeah, maybe.
How's this fucking chicken? No, it's
There's one on YouTube of this chicken breaking it down,
Yeah.
and Rocco plays it all the time. It is amazing.
this. It's
So you do the hands first, where you make kind of like a chomping with your hands.
Freestyle.
Break your microphone.
I'm drinking.
Yeah.
No one knows what the fuck I'm doing if you're just listening.
I was gonna say, if you're just listening, you're like, what is this guy doing?
I'm doing a chicken dance.
Yeah, it's probably time to go.
He sounds like he's doing more than drinking.
Yeah, what is going on here?
Bird doing cocaine.
He's whacked.
Okay. All right, you guys improve your health, have some booze. We'll see you back here on Monday. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.